Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to April's budget. My name is Janelle. I do all things budgeting. If you are interested in budgeting or lifestyle videos, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I've already put this together. I do have a 2-month-old baby, so I do try to do some of this stuff ahead of time so that when I'm recording, it's not too long so that if she wakes up from her nap or something like that, I can quickly attend to her. So we're going to jump right on into it. I do a personal and a household budget. So they're two separate budgets. So here you'll see two different colors. The like teal color is all my household bills. And then this like peachy pink color is all of my personal expenses. Now it looks like I have a lot of personal stuff, but I promise I don't. It's just that I am starting a new job and I'll be getting paid weekly. So some of my bills I'm going to be paying on a weekly basis instead of in lump sums when I was getting paid bi-weekly, because then that check is a little bit more. So like for instance, I'll be transferring money into my household account. Normally I would just do one big payment or split it into two payments. Now I'm going to be potentially splitting them into four payments or four equal payments. My auto payment, I do not pay in one lump sum. I do pay it twice a month. So things like that. So they're a little bit repetitive. So I promise it's not a lot. We're going to start off with my monthly goals. I don't have a lot going on for April, just because it's me getting back into working, building a schedule, and figuring out my life. So my only goal my only real goal for the month of April is to pay off my PayPal card. I should be getting my taxes. I can't 100% say that I am because I know that they're super delayed, but that's when it says that I should be getting it. And then I will be able to pay off my PayPal card and also maybe do some other things, but I don't want to count on it. So it's not going to physically be something that I am gonna say that's there that I'll be able to accomplish. And then the only thing that I need to check off is make sure that I pay for baby girl's daycare, because she starts daycare when I go back to work. And so we'll be charging it to our Discover card, which is technically kind of like our household card. And then at the end of the month, we're going to pay it off. Down here, we have my investment, and I am just going to put the starting balances on here with you guys. So we have Robinhood, which is starting off at $316.30. We have my regular Acorns investment account that is at $248.36. And then we have my IRA account, which is at $204.33, which brings me to a total of $768.99. So at the end of the month, I'll talk about how much money I put in there and what my ending balance is. For my sinking funds, I will leave that for another day because I am also going to be going over my Good Budget app with you guys, also along with my weekly check-in. So I'm going to leave getting this set up with you guys for then. I do have two top priorities. My goal is to pay off my Discover card by May 9th, based on the things in my head, not necessarily what you guys see on paper. As long as everything in income-wise goes the way that I should, this goal should happen. And then I just need to get my Quicksilver card under control, which is my card that I use for my Cashless cash envelopes, because it's almost at my credit limit, and I need to get that down because I've been having to use other cards to cover all of like my regular gas, groceries, all that good stuff. So that's also a goal of mine, or a top priority of mine. Now we're going to get into my actual budget for the month of April. And so I'm actually going to do this. And so like I said, I go back to work. I will be getting paid weekly, which is going to be new to me because I've never been paid weekly before. So this is going to be a learning curve in the month of April for me. I'm trying to get my budget back also to having enough money to cover the bills that need to be paid within that week without having to wait for a paycheck. So we'll be going through that as well too. So we're going to start off with income. So I have my main income and I am budgeting $27.60, and it's going to be a little less this month because one of the days this in the month of April, I will only be doing like a half a day because baby girl has her gastroenterologist appointment, so I'll be needing to go to that. So it's almost like missing a whole day. So we'll see how that goes. And then for other, we're gonna do other. I am budgeting 500, which I should have put as rollover instead of other. I don't know why I did that, but it's rollover money. I'm budgeting $500, so I'm gonna do total. I am budgeting for the month of April at $3,260. Okay. This is a new budget sheet. I talked about this in my March closeout video, but I sat down and kind of revamped how I wanted my actual budget sheets to look to reflect what kind of goes on in my mind and just like how seamless I want things to be able to flow whenever I'm doing my monthly budget, since I don't do a paycheck to paycheck budget anymore because I want to be able to not have to wait until a paycheck to make bills. So I'm working on getting my account up to a month's worth of bills in the account. So I hope you guys like this. I created it myself. I do all of my budget sheets. If I get a budget sheet from somebody else, I will normally let you guys know, but this is all me. So for expenses, we are going to start off with AT&T, and we're budgeting 186.08. We have Acorns, and that's going to be at $3. And let me zoom in a little bit so y'all can actually see what I'm writing. We have transfers. So now that I am back at work, I will be putting money back into our household account. That's going to be at $500. We have my cash, which is the money that I put towards my Capital One Quicksilver card, which is the card that I use as my cashless cash envelope. And that's going to be $350. For, I'm going to leave that one out. And then we have Netflix. And y'all, I'm not hiding anything. It's just that I had investments on my worksheet with my expenses, but it needs to go over here. So we have Netflix at $21.64. I'm budgeting that I may need a babysitter maybe one time in April. So I have babysitter. And I did ask about this, if I should have my own like category for this. What I might do though is I actually might transfer this money to my household account. But she actually prefers us to Zelle her the money. So I don't want to take it out in cash, but we'll see what happens. But I'm just budgeting $60, and $60 will cover about 6 hours. of her watching her. So this could cover 2 3-hour days or 1 6-hour day or whatnot. And then we have daycare. Me and my husband currently will just be splitting this cost. And then we'll figure it out because I'm not going to lie to y'all. I kind of dropped the ball with her daycare, but I am putting toward her daycare is in total $953. Will cover about $480 a piece. I only have money to do $280, and I'm just going to kind of save up or do something to cover the other half. But y'all will see what's going to be happening over the next 3 months to get my budget all the way together. And then that's it. So we're going to do total. And I'm going to need to 1501. I'm just getting out my calculator so that I can calculate this, because on my spreadsheet I have like some of my debt and investments and expenses because there's nowhere kind of to put it. So I just need to be able to take away what I need to take out of that. So this is going to equal $1,472 for my expenses. Now we're going to be going down to my debt. So for debt, we have our Discover card, and I'm budgeting $35. I have my Walmart card. Hopefully I have enough spots here. My Walmart card, which is $41.18. I have bought some like groceries or snacks for my husband for the household, and so I'm just paying that back, but it's not actual debt. And I think I should have put that in expenses because it's a one-time thing, but it's still, in my eyes, kind of like a debt. Nah. And then I have my PayPal, and that is at $29. And these are just the minimum payments, you guys. And then we have Ashley 1 at $96. Ashley 2 at $50. Great Lakes at $60. We have my auto at $626, and I am going to be putting my debt snowball. I am budgeting $37.82, which brings me to a total of $975. Oh, yes, this will be $975. So the money that I'm putting towards debt is always going to be a total of $975, because that is just what sort of kind of fits in my budget currently. If I can put more money, then I will, but at least I know. So as I pay off these debts, more money will be added to the debt snowball. I do just want to say again that in my head, I should be getting my short-term disability payment that they owe me, and I should be getting my taxes. And if I do, a good chunk of my debt should be eliminated on this sheet here. So going into May, a lot more money will be going towards my debt snowball for other things, but this is just what I'm budgeting right now. So that is just where we are. Now, I actually need to go look and find, because I don't remember what I budgeted for my cash envelope. So let me pull out my other little notebook here so I can tell you guys what I am planning for groceries. Well, not just groceries, but for my cash. which I don't think that I wrote it down, y'all. So I'm just going to go back to what I feel I want to do for the month because I don't see it here either. But y'all, I know that I wrote it down somewhere. So sucks to suck for me. But I have 5 cashless cash envelopes, which are groceries. Y'all, I'm writing all over the place. Don't watch my spelling at the moment. I have gas, I have household, I have personal, and then miscellaneous, and then total. So for April, I am going to budget 550 for groceries, and I'm doing 550 because I know that I'm going to need to do a huge bulk buy or just a whole bunch of meat to buy. And once again, we're back to eating healthy for sure now. So just kind of getting those things that we need to start off, and then we'll be doing well. So budgeting 550s for groceries. I am going to budget $200 for gas just because I just really don't know what to really expect. This doesn't mean that that's how much I'm going to spend. This is just kind of what I'm giving myself. For household, we don't need a lot of things for household, but I am going to budget $50 because we are going to probably need to at least get baby girl some formula. She's on a special formula and they may change her. So I'll use either household or miscellaneous to cover anything that we need for her currently or like for right now. Until we figure out what we want to do with her account. For personal, I know that eventually I'll be going to get my nails done and stuff like that, and I'll be getting my hair done. So I am going to budget $200 for that. And miscellaneous, I'm going to keep at $30. So let me do the math on that. And so we have 550 plus 200 plus 50 plus 200 plus 30 is 1030 for the month. I hope I do not spend $1,000 towards all of this, but just the way we are right now, you guys, in the world, this is just what is reasonable. This is not even me trying to go above board. I can probably save money in personal, but groceries and gas is just what you got to do, really, to be honest. And that's $750. So that's just where I am. Keep in mind that this money is not in my actual budget. This is just what I show you guys that I am planning on trying to spend for the month. Next is going to be savings. So for savings, I have 3 savings. So I have my monthly savings. I have my quarterly, and these are savings challenges. And then I have my yearly. My monthly is also considered like my regular savings account. And for sorry about that, you guys. My husband was calling me. So like I was saying, my monthly is my regular savings account. And so with that, for this month, the way that the saving challenge actually works for this is it's always going to be how many days are in the month times whatever that number of the month is. So like this is for April. So there's 30 days in April and April is 4th on the calendar. So it's going to be 4 times 30, which brings me to budget $120 for that savings. For quarterly, I am budgeting $167. And for yearly, I am also budgeting the same. And that should actually come out to 167 plus 167 plus 120 equals $454. Okay. Now we're going to be attempting to get back into my investments. So we have my Robinhood, and I am budgeting $20. We have my Acorns, which is also getting 20. And then we have my IRA, which I'm also budgeting 20. And that brings me to $60 for the month. And then down to my sinking funds. And so the difference between my savings and my sinking funds really is sinking funds, they're like my shorter term goals, just things that I'm going to be using maybe every so often that I want to save for so that I can afford it, and not try to figure out or use my credit cards out of my budget. So I have holidays, and we don't really celebrate a lot of holidays, but there are things like Father's Day coming up, which my husband will be celebrating for the first time. So I want to be able to have money in there to buy a small gift for him. I don't really know what I want to get him just yet, but I also may just take that out of my actual checking account. It just depends. But for holidays, I am budgeting $20. Um, for my next one is going to be fun, and I am budgeting $70. And fun just covers pretty much everything fun that we want to do, whether that's, going to a race or a sporting event or going to the zoo or whatever it is, flying somewhere, driving somewhere. That's our fun. And so I'm budgeting 70. I don't really think that we're going to be doing anything. I know we were planning on potentially going to Florida to do baby girl's christening, but I'm not exactly sure how we're going to work that out just yet. But if we were not to do that, we would just really be saving up because I think we'll still be going to Austin at the end of the year. So to just be able to cover those expenses. Next is going to be health, and this just covers anything health, any co-pays or anything that we have to do, and I'm budgeting $20. Next is going to be household, and this is the sinking fund that really matters the most to me because it covers pretty much everything and all thing miscellaneous in our household. So it's supposed to cover like any bulk buying that I need to do, anything that I need to purchase for the house, such as like us needing clothes, anything for baby girl, just home decor, just a lot of things that I've actually been spending my money on credit cards that I feel like my household should be covering. So I am budgeting $50, but I'm not mad. You have to start somewhere, and so this is just where we are. So I'm budgeting $50, and then lastly, I have my auto, and that is $42, and that is really just to cover my insurance on my car. At some point I will have enough money in there to be able to do that, and then registration for my car, and then if I ever need to fix anything that my husband does not get for free in a sense, I can cover those as well too. And then I also have an app for my car that is very, very useful. And originally I didn't want to pay for it, but now I do. So it's a yearly subscription. And so I'm going to be putting money into auto as well too, to be covering that as well. So those are my sinking funds, and that total comes out to $202. And so in total, with my expenses, my debt, my savings, my investments, and my sinking funds, my total comes out to $3,091.72 and leaves me with a remaining amount of $168.28. So this is just my like little buffer. I do want to say that, I'm probably going to make a little bit more. Well, I'm not going to say make, but get a little bit more money just because if they pay me my things on time, of course, my income is going to be looking a little bit different. But if nothing else goes right, at least all of my bills will be paid, and this is the money that I would have rolling into May. So this concludes my April budget for my personal budget. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have any questions, comment down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.